GPT-4o just came out, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that you need to know. So the first thing is the multimodal AI. As you can see, it's capable of accepting and generating text, audio, and images, and enhances natural human-computer interaction. And basically what this does, they've been able to combine the speed of what used to take a very just all happen at once. And not only does it happen at once, it happens really, really fast. So today we're actually going to go through a little bit of the code, and I'm going to actually make some changes to my website to implement it so you can start using it with truthtorch AI. And I'm also going to show you a little bit of a comparison between GPT-4o and the GPT-4 Turbo. So Turbo was already a speed increase from the GPT-4 version, and GPT-4 is such a large model and it's so extremely effective that I was super impressed when GPT-4 Turbo came out, because that is a really fast model as well. And so this one's even faster, if you could even believe that. And I think the comparison we're going to try to make here is how good is it at doing analysis with text. And so we're going to get a little bit into that and break into the performance. What's also mind-blowing is that it's basically half the cost of what GPT-4 Turbo was. So the prices just seem to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and I think we're going to be in for a really cool treat. Last is the vision and audio can understand a lot more. It seems that like the demonstrations have shown to understand it like nearly in real time. So as stuff was being drawn on a paper, they were having a conversation interrupting GPT-4o model, and that's some of that stuff is going to be launching soon. And it looks like they also have improvements to the tokenization as well. So it looks like it significantly improves and number of tokens needed for various languages. So that's going to be really interesting as far as like how this is going to do well with different languages. And it looks like it's also introducing more techniques for safety, because teams have been doing a lot of red teaming. So yeah, this is basically a little bit of what's going on. I think it would be really interesting to do a quick also another update from my friend Shuto. If you don't follow him, he's a phenomenal resource for AI stuff. His name is AI_for_success. And he actually reveals a couple of 4 different things in his posts here. It basically shows you the text to font that this model can do. So it basically will take this text and then we'll actually let me just show you right here. A young white man with medium length weight. So basically you can make a photo of a character just by describing it from the input. So you basically just give it the input of what you want, you put your photo, and it makes a little caricature for you. And that's really crazy, because some people are actually paying for these apps and stuff to do that, but you can basically just do it for free with this model, which is pretty awesome. And the other thing he mentions here is that you can basically edit an image in place of it. So what he did is just give it the image of the logo, and he gave it a secondary input of the other image, and then basically he was able to stitch them together and put them into the thing. So think about the ideas that you can have for making products and like demos and different things. It's all just within ChatGPT, which is pretty mind-blowing. And so this model is also going to do poetic typography. What he did was he gave it this input of text, which is for the poem, and the entire model output this what looks like a handwritten thing. Crazy, right? Like, that is so wild that this model can do that. So that's GPT-4o, the latest model from OpenAI that's basically able to do this. It looks like he was able to give it a video presentation, and it says, give me a detailed summary of the presentation, and it's a 45-minute video, and this is able to output a summary of this whole thing. So that is really amazing, and it's really going to compete a lot with the Gemini model that's currently being produced out there. So that's a really interesting update for the GPT-4. So I thought this was really interesting from Ashutosh. If you haven't, go ahead, definitely follow him, because he's got some really cool AI news and stuff. And another thing that we're going to do today was go ahead and play around with the two. So right now I have the GPT-4o model available in my playground, and also have the GPT-4 Turbo. And what I'm using right now, so it's basically, I have an app called truthtorch, and I try to discover like where's the emotion, where's the misinformation and various stuff. And I have it currently locked behind an alpha stage. So if you try to use it right now, you won't be able to get in until you have access. And so I'm going to be opening that up today, because I want to test out this model. And I hear it's not only is it cheaper, but we're also going to have do analysis a lot faster. So we're going to basically do a quick benchmark to see if this thing is ready to go and analyze things for us. So right now, this is basically my prompt. This is basically how my app works. I just literally just give it a prompt, and it's going to output the analysis. And so I wanted to analyze this example I have from basically Mark Andreessen, and he wrote this Techno Optimist Manifesto. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this text here, And I'm going to put it into our model here to see if we can test it. So this is the user message. So this is my system prompt, and we're going to test the difference between GPT-4o and then GPT-4 Turbo. So right now my settings are temperature 0. I think I have a temperature 0.25 for my app. I'm going to give it a maximum 2,000 tokens, and those should basically be the same. Okay, so then we're going to do an equal comparison side by side, and we're just going to go ahead and hit run. So right now it's going to give us the output, and on the left you can already see it outputting for the GPT-4, and it's pretty fast. The GPT-4 Turbo, which is still pretty fast, is still being output right now. And wow, this is wild. So this one's already finished on the left, and then the one on the right, which is GPT-4 Turbo, just barely finished right now. So what I want to compare is the output. Like, is the output legit or not, or is it just making stuff up? So let's go ahead and take a look at the two. So the assistant responded back with some information, and then it says, it looks like it gave a bigger summary of the whole thing. The article presents like, and then the analysis here between the two. So it gave me one analysis, and the GPT-4 Turbo gave me two different things that were going on here with the tone and the emotional. Actually, no, just give me one tone and the emotional appeals. Okay, so it looks kind of the same. It broke out fear, pity, and excitement, and then emotional appeals, logical. It only got. So the GPT-4o, not only is it faster, but it seems to actually point out more things in the text for what is in there. So it says the tech references the myth of Prometheus and modern equivalents like Frankenstein and Terminator to evoke fear of technology. And then this other side didn't really get it. Yo, this is sick. This is so ridiculous. So the excitement thing as well. Logical fallacies. Straw man appeal to authority. Okay. Reasoning says reasoning's primary inductive, and this one actually calls it out specifically and puts a little bold there. Cognitive biases. So it actually, wow, this model's great. It actually outputs more technicals, and it follows instructions a lot better, I feel. Cognitive biases here, we have confirmation bias, optimum bias, and then this has basically confirmation and negativity bias. Okay, personal feelings. Defiance, frustration, just has optimism and frustration. Unsupported claims, generalization. So that's interesting. It nearly has the same output for the conclusion, almost word for word. That's really interesting. Wow. That is really cool. Let's go ahead and try something else. Let's try the Barack Obama thoughts on Israel and Gaza. So let's go ahead and go back to this thing here. And so the way that you use this is called like the playground for ChatGPT. And you'll have a system message that you basically put up first. And that's basically the base of your prompt. And that's what I have here. This is like my system message that I've referred out. And I basically tell it, this is kind of what I want you to output. And then what it does here, there's a little comparison mode when you start to do these things. It lets you compare the two models at the very top. And this is just at platform.openai.com. Okay, so it looks like we got rid of that. So I've just left here with I just want the system prompt. Okay, all I have is a system prompt. This looks great. Okay, so now that we have the system prompt, I'm going to go ahead and get this text from this. This article is from a Medium article, Medium Barack Obama Israel. So here, I basically wanted to analyze this article because I just want to see how people are writing and see what statements they make and where they're kind of coming from. Are they coming from a place of fear, or are they coming, what is their motivation? Like, I feel like that's what AI is going to be really good for like being my smart buddy to figure out what's going on. So let me go ahead and remove this other one here. It says this is still the input here. Okay, so let me make sure that we just have the system prompt only. Okay, both sides only have the system prompt. Yeah, so back again. So we're based on prompt, and then we're going to enter the message, which is, this is everything that Barack Obama wrote in this article here. And then we're just going to run it. Let's see. This model is so fast. Yo, this is crazy. This is so... Wow, it's already done. And then we're still waiting for GPT-4's turbo, but not really turbo. Yo, this is crazy. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. So it says assistant. Damn. Wow. Okay. Analysis looks pretty good. Let's see here. Let's analyze the analysis. Okay, so this is the input for the user, and then this is the output from the assistant. They look nearly the same. The analysis. GPT-4 Turbo does more tone, emotional appeals, fear, pity, and hope. Emotional appealers just doesn't really actually say that. It says the GPT-4o output is actually really good at technical analysis for words. Huh. Man, this is great. Wow. So I'm basically just looking and comparing the two and just doing a quick eye test. Over here, it actually put more confirmation biases. No, it's kind of the same. There's different things that it picks up on. Personal feelings. Conclusion. Has a more in-depth conclusion. So 2,623 tokens, 2,434 tokens. Okay. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is just push it to my app so that we can start kind of playing around with it here, and we'll see the output. Actually, let me see if I can go over here and log in off the side so that that you can kind of see how my app works a little bit, because I want to log in with Google and then show you how that works. And then you should be able to log in after I push the changes out, which would be really cool. So let's go ahead and do that right. Logging in. I'm going to go ahead and drag this back now. Cool. So this is my app. And currently, if we just grab one of these, like the one we just did with Barack Obama, and run it here, my app will basically just use the OpenAI endpoint and then start basically generating the summary, which is pretty cool. And I actually built this using Next.js, and it's really awesome because I have a database. I could even change it to light mode if you're into the whole light mode thing. And then you could even share some of the articles as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is basically my app, and yeah, and here we are. So this is... Yo, I think I'm live again. I think I had some issues with my post, and I wasn't really sure if I was able to stream, but it says I was able to resume my stream, and so let's just see if it's still the same stream or if it created a whole new one. So yeah, if you're watching, thank you for continuing to watch. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's still continuing my stream. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, because it says delve and chill. And we're still live? Yeah, I guess we're still live. Sure, why not? Yeah, okay, cool. No, sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. Right now, I'm actually currently, I'm based out of the Bay Area normally and Hawaii. And I'm actually traveling, and I'm currently in Lima, Peru, and my internet connection is sort of low-key flaky. So it is possible that my stream could have ended prematurely, but it's okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to push some changes so that truthtorch.ai just bumps right into my app, and then push that live so you can start using it. And definitely feel free to hit me up, just at RayFernando1337. My DMs are open, so you can feel free to DM me anytime. If you have any questions, just pop them into the chat, and I'd just love to see for you that are joining, like what you want to know right now, because I was just going through my long stream, and then I had some issues with my connection, and so we're reconnecting, and I appreciate you kind of doing that. But earlier what we did was just did an analysis. I gave it my system prompt, and in the playground, in the platform.open.ai, if you go to the playground, you can actually compare the models right now. And what's nice is you can actually see the speed at which the models can respond. And based off that information, I was able to push some changes live to my alpha at alpha.truthtorch.ai. So that came in super speedy. And also my friend AI for Success, Shuto, he posted 4 additional things that the model can do that weren't really listed and actually presented in the live demo, but they were available on the website. And he actually did some tests there with the various things, and is kind of showing off some of this text to font and like photo caricatures and what's going on with OpenAI stuff. So I thought that was really, really cool. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that, and going to go ahead and push my updates so that this becomes available to the wider audience just at the regular website. And if you have any questions, just feel free to send me a DM. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Definitely, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, is at RayFernando1337. Please do that. Definitely appreciate the support. It's a free subscription. If you don't feel like subscribing anymore, you can unsubscribe. It's just cool. And my goal here is really to just be on top of the latest tech. I'm trying to build this app called truthtorch and put it out there today, really, so that you can start using it to kind of find misinformation and deal with biases and these various things, as we were kind of showing. And it's super fast, and it's right now available for free because I just want to give to the public right now, and I feel like the more people need to find out the truth about things. And to me, I have dyslexia, so it's really hard to read a lot. And if I just give it a huge ball of text, AI is really good at analyzing this stuff. And this GPT-4o model is really, really good from the few examples I just did earlier. So definitely get on that train right now. And yeah, for those of anyone who's just joining right now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is just going to go ahead and quickly log in a little bit off the side of the screen here. And then I'm going to pop this back in and just show you a quick run through on what you do to use the app. So what you can do is actually allows you to log in with Google or use your just email account to log in. So let me just pop this back in here. And so once you're logged in, it's going to show you your little logo up there. And then what you can do is just grab like a piece of text here. Like this is a post from Mark Andreessen, like from his blog. It's just the first part of his techno analysis. And basically what it does is just spit out super fast analysis using the new GPT-4o. And it shows you the logical fallacies, like what if he's appealing to fear, any like reasoning and cognitive biases. And to me, you can just use this as a tool to kind of just see, like, do a gut check. It's like, hey, this sounds weird, or this sounds interesting. Is this really like actually legit? And then sniff stuff out. If you have like, if you're going to like a sales page or something, just copy the sales copy or in here and just kind of take a look and stuff. So like you can also go to like nytimes.com or something, and in here, like, or CNN or something, or any of your like newspapers, anything you're reading, grab an article in there. So like this 7-minute read, we can just grab this article right now and just paste it in and just see if it's worth the read right now. So like in here, I'm just going to go into reader mode just to make it easier to copy and paste. My connection is a little slower because I'm actually currently in Lima, Peru, traveling, because I'm going to be going to the Amazon and the Machu Picchu mountains. So I'm so happy that the announcement was today, because tomorrow I'll be with no internet, and we're able to kind of play around with the model today, and I'm going to push these changes live and just YOLO. So I'm going to go ahead and get this 7-minute article, so they claim, and reporting was done by, okay, so we're going to put this in here into my app. It's free, by the way, so you can just go to alpha.truthtorch.ai, and this is already doing the analysis of this article, which is about Michael Cohen key to Trump case tells jurors of this honey plot, hush money honey plot. So like, to me, I just want to get a sense of like, is this going to be worth a read of 7 minutes or not, you know? And so the tone is like critical and urgent. You're like, really? Come on, bro. like at least do some work and give me some like facts or something, right? So they use fear and pity. It's like, I already don't want to read this article, because if they're using appeals to fear or pity, that's just going to make me fearful, and that's not the mood I'm in. And if you keep reading stuff that keeps appealing to fear or pity, you're going to start to feel fearful, because you're like, man, everything I've been reading is just all this fear stuff going on. And it's the equivalent of just watching your grandparents get stuck to Fox News, and they just start to become these like drony machines. But this is not a political thing, by the way. This is and this is for any side. I don't care. Like, this is really just to analyze text and stuff. So reasoning will be there. It shows you what the reasoning they're doing, confirmation bias, anchoring biases. Initial portrayal of Cohen as key witness may influence readers to view his testimony as more credible. And so they even give you the example. This model is really, really good. It actually even gives you the examples in the text, which my previous model, the GPT-4 Turbo, did not give that example. The personal feelings and vindication. So like this is the author from the New York Times, which is the paper of record. Like writing like this, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, nah. Oh man. So this is crazy. This is so crazy. But yeah, you get to use it for free right now. Let me go ahead and just drop the link in because I'm about to bounce out right now and get this updated to the rest of the website. So if you haven't had a chance, feel free to subscribe. This is basically using the new GPT-4o model, and the analysis is super fast, as you've seen. I'm gonna go ahead and update so that my main website just points to the new chat things. You could just start chatting away, start logging in and doing the things. And then, yeah, just basically get text from articles and just start pasting it in, start using it. Like, save yourself some worries, share with a friend, tell people about it. Um, I have a budget on OpenAI, so like once that gets passed, this is 50% cheaper, then the whole app will just basically shut down. So use it while you can now. Tell friends. I want to give this to the world because I feel like the truth needs to be. AI is really good at finding, like analyzing text and basically sussing nonsense or BS. And with this app that I made, you can do that. And I think it's so critical for us to start analyzing and questioning people. And I'm not smart enough to, I don't have a college degree. I dropped out of school. I was able to work at Apple and be an engineer for like 12 years. And, they trusted me with all kinds of stuff, which I was super happy about. And I got to work on some really amazing things. And if you have a chance to check out my Twitter profile at RayFernando1337, I share a little bit of a story of how I got into the Apple Watch team and got to work on a super secret project and got to work on something incredibly crazy but complicated, and took a lot of my life for a couple of years, and then following that. And now I'm basically exploring AI on my own. And my first app is this Truth Torch thing because I feel like this is super critical and it's something that I want to give to the world, and I will be open sourcing it. And with this new model, you get to try it out for free. And I'm literally donating my money to this so that you can use it and start thinking critically and use it for good, really. I mean, AI is very powerful and you could use it for really good things. And you saw the code here. We just did the updates. It's just the simple like Next.js template. And I do want to showcase how you can do this. So if you have a chance, feel free to follow me on either of the platforms, RayFernando1337, RayFernando1337 on YouTube. Subscribe, hit like, share this with a friend, share the app with a friend. I definitely, I'm making zero money from this. All it is just me giving to you because I feel like this is like the first of many steps. Once I learn, I'm learning AI stuff and learning how to apply it into apps, and I think this is a really cool use case. And it's a good chance for us to share and kind of like bond and learn things with each other. So I appreciate you tuning in for today. This is just my stream in the hotel room with a sort of broken connection. I know others were following earlier, and yeah, send me a DM. Let's talk. Let's chat. I'll be disappearing to the Amazon tomorrow, so I'll probably be offline for the next 4 days, and then I'll probably have a chance to get a little bit of interconnection before going into Machu Picchu. I don't know what the internet connection situation is out there, and just appreciate you. I'll see you online soon, and have fun. Let me know what you think of the app, and I'll catch y'all later, all right? Peace.